All right, so today we're going to talk about variables. And I know that sounds like a big scary word, but don't worry, it's all going to make sense very, very soon. You might ask yourself, what is a variable? A variable is essentially, it's a box that contains a value. That value could be known or it could be unknown. And it could mean one thing or it could mean multiple things. Does it sound confusing yet? Because it should, but don't worry. You've actually all used variables before. You just don't realize it yet. I want you to think all the way back to elementary school when you were first learning how to add and subtract. All right? Your teacher might say a problem to you such as, what plus 2 equals 5? All right? So you're going to solve this the same way you go about solving every other problem when you're in elementary school. Use your hand. You're going to start off with your 5. All right? And then you know that what plus 2 equals 5, you're going to take away the 2. You're left with 3. 3 plus 2 equals 5. You've solved for your unknown variable. All right? So now you know variables. But I don't even want you to think about how to solve for variables yet. What we're going to discuss is really what is a variable. And a variable is all about different ways to express an equation in math. So we're going to talk about all the different ways that you can express this equation. We're going to use the same one. What plus 2 equals 5? You could simply write it out. What plus 2 equals 5? Let's face it, A, that took me way too long to write. And B, there's a whole lot of letters in there, and math is all about using numbers. So let's think of a different way to do this. Let's use the example that we just had. A box plus 2 equals 5. All right, well, that's great. We all know that in this box, only one number can go. It's going to be a 3. But again, don't focus on that yet. So we tend not to use shapes simply because there's such a limited supply. And let's say you're not a square person, you're more of a circle person. Circle plus 2 equals 5. That actually looks a lot like 0 plus 2 equals 5. And I hope by now we all know that's just not true. All right, so that's just going to make things very, very confusing. So what should we use for variables? The most common thing to use are letters. Why, you might ask? Letters, for lack of a better term, are better. A, there's 26 of them. You can use uppercase or lowercase. It doubles it. They can mean many different things. So the most common letters used as variables are X, Y, and Z, and A, B, and C. A lot of times, they're used as unknowns. So let's rewrite this equation using those. X plus 2 equals 5. Great. Now we know that this is our variable, and we have to solve for it. You already know that that's 3.